Good afternoon, and welcome to the Surf City Town Council regular meeting of July 1st, 2025. I'd like to call this meeting to order, and I'm going to call upon Reverend Bobby Owens to lead us in invocation, followed by Mayor Pro-Tem Jeremy Shugarts to lead us in the pledge. If you would, please stand.
Let's pray together. God, indeed, we are just grateful that we have this opportunity to come together as a community. We thank you for all that you've blessed us with, indeed for every blessing that you've poured out upon us. We thank you for our town. We thank you for the community. God, for the relationships and love that we get to share with one another. We thank you for our council, our mayor, for all those who serve in this city. We pray your blessing upon them. We ask, God, you give them wisdom and continue to give them discernment for making decisions. God, we thank you again that we get to be a community where relationships are important. And so, God, help us to know and to learn how to love each other better. And, God, we thank you again for the way that you've blessed us. Now help us to be a blessing, particularly this week as we celebrate the liberty and freedom, God, that you've provided for us as we live in this incredible nation. We thank you for it all in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Turn to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'd like to call upon Chief Alan Wilson of the Fire Department to come forward to do a presentation with the Eagle Scouts.
I'll spin this microphone around for the folks that are watching. We'll let these young men get up here. It's a yellow flag day today. It's not a red flag. But anyway, so what we're here to do today, I appreciate y'all all coming out. I appreciate y'all coming out for these scouts. I know that's why you're here. There is another meeting happening after this, but I appreciate y'all coming out. But the Eagle Scout is a pretty unique honor that has been going on for many, many years in the U.S. as well as around the world. These boys set out to achieve something that's very special and unique. They set out many years ago. In order to even think about becoming an Eagle Scout, you have to spend years of dedication not only to your scout troop, but also to the community and also to your fellow troop mates, helping them with their Eagle projects, earning merit badges, doing service projects, doing volunteer hours. And then once they decide, hey, I want to be an Eagle Scout, well, then it takes a couple more years of work and dedication and hours of planning, paperwork, and then getting projects approved, implementing projects, doing budgets, finding resources, finding funding to do these projects. And these boys have to do it on their own. It's not something that the adults really can help them with. Obviously, they need guidance. So the adults in the troops, we have some adult troop leaders here today. They help guide, but these boys have to put these projects together. They have to design, they have to implement, and then actually go and lead their troop mates to do the construction, to do the project, whatever it takes. We're very lucky here in Surf City. We've had 2 local scouts that want to help the safety of the community. So Mr. Charlie Medley came to us about a year and a half ago or so and talked about wanting to create a way to get beach safety information out to the public. He came up with a cool idea to have a QR code that people could scan to be able to find current beach information, the beach conditions, as well as fishing regulations for the beach. So we came up with an idea of putting this QR code on our beach safety stations, and then we redesigned the whole beach safety station, and Charlie Medlin and his troop came out and constructed our phase 1 of the beach safety stations and installed them last year. We've been able to expand that project, so now we have those beach safety stations just like this one at all the accesses here in Surf City, which is a huge benefit to the visitors as well as our residents on the beach. And then we have Tyler. He wanted to do something very similar at the park, so we now have these life safety stations, which has a life ring inside of it at strategic locations within Soundside Park. So these two projects together have not only enhanced the safety of our visitors, but our public as a whole. And we hope to continue to expand, be able to bring in more Eagle Scout projects, because they really do help the community. They bring vision out from the outside to be able to see things that we may not be able to see, be able to do service projects that we may not be able to get to. So here in Surf City, we've been fortunate to have several Eagle projects, but these are two that we want to highlight today. And I appreciate the work that they've done. And if y'all want to talk, you're more than welcome to.
Oh boy. Oh Lord.
There you go.
I'm gonna keep it really brief. Am I doing this correctly?
Yeah, you
okay. I'm gonna keep this really brief, but I've been in scouting since I was 6 years old. I've been doing this for over 10 years now, and I just want to thank every single leader that I've had, including my lovely father right there, for putting me on the right path through scouting. I don't know what person I would be without it, and I'm just so grateful.
Hey there, I would just like to give a big thanks to the town of Surf City for helping me with this project, as well as the fire department, especially Chief Alan Wilson here. This would not have been possible without his help. And then I would also like to give thanks to all the scout leaders over here that have guided me through this. It has been a wonderful experience, and I think I am a much better person after going through scouts. Thank you guys.
If you would just come, just stay there just 1 second. So I have a certificate for Tyler Wilson and Charlie Medlin in recognition of your outstanding achievement and dedication of leadership in completing your Eagle Scout service project. Your vision and your commitment to bettering the community through this project is commendable. Your positive impact will make a meaningful difference to the lives of many through the invaluable water safety stations. We are proud to acknowledge your hard work and celebrate your accomplishment. Thank you very much. Next, I want to call up a resident and a true friend of Surf City, and his name is George Howard. If he would, please come on up, George. He's in trouble. George Howard, he has been a dedicated, loyal family business owner in Surf City since 1997, when he opened Onshore Surf Shop. He has played a significant role in the community as an event organizer for the King of the Peak Surf Contest, for the Earth and Surf Fest. He has been instrumental in bringing larger contests to Surf City, such as the ESA, one of the largest multi-generational amateur contests in the world that has provided local surfers of all ages to showcase their skills and foster their talent. Additionally, he actively supports community events and organizations like the Dolphin Dip, Christian Surfers, and the Longboard Association by promoting environmental stewardship, family values, and providing water safety support. George also conveys his love for the environment of Surf City as an active member of the Shoreline Resiliency Committee. George has sponsored many youth athletic programs through our Parks and Rec Department, demonstrating his commitment to family-oriented events that promote healthy and active lifestyles for all ages, especially our youth. For over 20 years, George Howard has advocated for a skate park in our community. His advocacy began when he served as on a special interest committee for the town's Parks and Recs and Tourism Department in 2008. In 2021, he served on the skate park design team, which played a crucial role in designing the new Surf City skate park at the Earl G. and Inez Recreational Complex. As we celebrated the opening of the Surf City skate park in the past year, we recognize George Howard's unwavering support for this initiative. George's words are, first in, last out. I am honored wholeheartedly to say that this man, George Howard, is our 2025 recipient of our Hometown Hero Award. You can turn that speaker around so you can face everyone else.
All right. Now, if you guys don't understand redneck, you might be in trouble. Now, I will say this. The town of Surf City has been a blessing to me. The Medlands have been a blessing to me. Teresa Batts has been a great friend. Cody Lugens, God bless him, he was my best team rider I ever had. I still got trophies from when he was that high. We did, when myself and Donna Lugens was on the first recreation committee, we brought it to the attention of Surf City that the ESA was a great organization for the youth and would be a great access to Surf City. Because why? It's Surf City, you know? Really, come on. And Surf City got behind us wholeheartedly. They brought us rash guards, let us set up contests. We brought ESA from Wilmington and Atlantic Beach. We had Clash of the Carolinas. That was great. Cody did well. He smoked them. But but it's been a journey. My family's sitting in the back. My grandson, my granddaughter, my daughter. That's my life. Bottom line. But I can honestly say, without a doubt, Surf City has been a blessing to me. And with y'all's help, it's just going to get better. You can see where we're going. I'm not a politician. I'm not looking for office. But we are growing. The last 20 years has been primo. Lord knows what the next 20 is going to be. I just hope I'm around to see what happens. But thank you guys so much for this. Thank you guys so much for this, because this came out of the blue. I was at a field day with my granddaughter when I got the call. Man, this is going to be crazy. Thank you again. That's all I can say. I will say this. John told me one thing. The greasy wheel gets the grease. That's the reason I stayed on Surf City for 20 years to get that skate park. They got tired of listening to me. That's the bottom line. Okay. Good?
Yeah, thank you.
So, Madam Mayor, if you'll just indulge me for 1 minute. This is kind of fitting. I don't know how many of you know, but we did not plan this today. But y'all saw the beach safety stations that Mr. Medlin put together as part of his Eagle project. Well, I don't know that even that would have happened without George. Because I don't know if you remember, but we met in Mayor's old office upstairs because you had an idea, and that idea has evolved several different times. But the end result was Charlie's project. So we took your ideas and your leadership, and we made something for the whole community. And it's just kind of fitting that this is today. We did not plan this, but I wanted to take a minute to make sure they all knew what type of vision you have. So we appreciate you.
We will be shooting off some fireworks for George also. All right, so we're going to continue with the fire chief if he wants to come back up, and I'm going to call, if you're here, please come up. Tim Van Pelt, Alex Boring, Taylor Mabry, J.D. Miles, Bradley Capps, and from the police department, if Officer Mantella is here? No?
Antia, yeah. Right?
So I received a letter in the mail, and every now and then we do get some really nice thank yous. So I thought it was very special that we were doing the safety stations, and I got this letter this week as well. So it says, Mayor, on May 19th of 2025, while participating in a beach run for our 13th annual reunion in Surf City for one of our brothers, Tim Kelly, he suffered a medical emergency on the beach adjacent to the public park access point. The response from your emergency personnel and your police department was outstanding. They, along with citizens on the beach who jumped in to assist our brother, who were already performing CPR, gave Tim a fighting chance to live. Unfortunately, Tim lost his fight a week later. I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to all the members of 2D Force from the company association, and ask that this message be passed to your fine employees. Unfortunately, we're unable to get their names at the time of the emergency. However, we contacted the chief and he provided their names. I would like to extend an invitation to you and to your people who helped him to our reunion next May 2026. Where we would like to recognize those officer, paramedics, and beach personnel involved in the effort to save Tim. Sincerely, Patrick McGilton, U.S. Marine Corps retired, from Pittsburgh, Texas. We appreciate all you do.
So here I am again. But anyway, so yeah, these young men obviously work alongside of a group of others, but you know, we respond to all different types of things. We respond to medical emergencies, we respond to fires, we respond to swimmers in distress, whatever the case may be. You know, our folks are trained and ready to respond, and you know, we get messages like this from time to time, but they do hit home when we do receive them. We can't express enough how much we appreciate our employees, the time and effort that they put into training to make sure that they are ready to answer that call when it comes. So it's up to these guys to make us look good, and they do a pretty good job of that. And I appreciate them and everybody else that works for the Surf City Fire Department as well as the Surf City Police Department. We appreciate you. You don't get it enough. Thank you again, and let's give these guys a round of applause.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. All right, just a few more announcements here. We have Beautification Enhancement Committee Awards. We have a Business of the Month and the Home Month, the month to receive awards. And I think Jeremy Shugarts has has those awards tonight.
For sure. About a year ago, the City Enhancement Beautification Committee changed how they were giving awards as far as for businesses and Home of the Month. It just didn't have to be the most beautiful business it could do. We were picking businesses that were contributing to the community. And they picked this month, they picked a business that's been a staple to our community. It's entertained a lot of people. They've given back a lot to the community. And I saw Tony sitting there, so we want to have you come up, Tony. The Trailer Bar received Business of the Month this month, so let's give them a hand if you don't mind. Say something, then we're going to get a picture.
Well, his beautiful wife is here too. I think she should come up.
Well, as everybody that knows the Trailer Bar and me, they know I don't do anything. Ginger is. She should be here getting this, and I'm not.
She is here. Right there she is. There's Ginger.
Get up there. This is the Trailer Bar. You're quite welcome. And we appreciate it greatly.
Thank you very much.
And who's playing this weekend?
Right on the boat.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is 922 South Shore here today? If you can come on up real quick. So this is the Beautification House of the Month. And these guys, if you looked at their property, it looks beautiful. Let's give them a hand real quick if you don't mind.
The Slack family has been on Topsail Island for 55 years. We've been in Surf City for 45. And we have some people lined up that may be here even longer. We'll see. And we started in Wilmington 85 years ago. So we're very appreciative of your recognition, and we've worked hard, actually since knowing it, to make it look even better. You gave us some incentive. So thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
All right, next up is the adoption of the agenda.
Mayor, before council entertains adoption of the agenda, I'd request that we add an item for attorney-client privilege to seek guidance from the attorney on a recent land use that's come up on NC 50 that needs to be addressed tonight. So if we can go into closed session to hear that advice, and then I will assume that there will be some action to be taken out of that closed session.
Do I have a motion to add the agenda item to closed session?
I'll make a motion to add that item to the agenda.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries to add the item. Next on the agenda is the approval of the consent agenda.
Madam Mayor, we need to adopt the agenda as amended.
Good, yeah.
Okay, let's adopt the agenda as amended. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion to adopt it as amended.
Do I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Motion carries to adopt the agenda. Next up is the approval of the consent agenda. These are items from our workshop. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries to approve the consent agenda. Next item up is public comments, and Carla will have, yep.
Stan Griffin.
Hey, good afternoon. Stanley Griffin, 301C Mandalay Court. I may be talking about what you're going to talk about. I don't know. There seems to be a new entertainment attraction coming in on North Carolina 50. have a lot of safety concerns around that that range a full gamut from snake bite to traffic, and then also the safety of the equipment as it appears from the road. I hope that we're addressing that and doing the proper inspections to ensure everybody's safety. It obviously will add to the traffic difficulties that we already have. Don't even know how access to that particular property would be for those that are pedestrians as well as parking in and out of there. So hope that y'all are going to handle that and take a look at that. That was my concern there and wanted to express that. And I'll say that if Mr. Larry Rice is going to offer what he typically does during the month, I am wholeheartedly support him in his comments as well. Thanks.
Thank you. We're not handing out carnival tickets tonight.
Larry Rice.
Good afternoon. My name is Larry Rice. I live at 712 Cockle Street. This has been brought to my attention, and it has been talked about through several different individuals that there is a bit of a situation that happened last month that I feel like is necessary to speak about in front of council. Excuse me, I need to put glasses on. There was an incident report taken at the boat ramp at Soundside Park. It involved a young man, Kenneth McCarthy. He owns Ken's Cruising, or Cruising Ken's. He was launching jet skis at the public boat ramp, and I repeat, public boat ramp. He was approached by one of the council members and informed that he was in violation of a new ordinance. If I'm not mistaken, do any of y'all hold a badge from Surf City PD, Code Enforcement, NC Fisheries? Mr. DeSelms, is any of our council people holding a badge that you're aware of? No answer?
Sir, I don't comment.
Okay, no worries. The situation is that Mr. Shugarts decided he wanted to take matters into his own hands. And he confronted the young man, began to get very boisterous and loud, clenching his fist, and informing him that he was in violation of a city ordinance. You were elected to serve all of Surf City, not just the people that you select. This is not Shugarts City, as you alluded to when you produced a T-shirt that stated it was. This is Surf City and will remain Surf City. You were read the code of ethics after you produced that selfish T-shirt. Yet again, ethics come into play. Your conduct is unbecoming of the office that you hold and needs to stop, and stop now. You are not a code enforcement officer. You are not a police officer. You do not belong to Marine Fisheries. I feel strongly that you are not up to the job as Mayor Pro-Tem, and certainly not up to the job as mayor. I have been in this town since 1978, and this has been a situation that I think ethics are something that we need to keep a hold of. I guess that's all I get to say. Thank you.
Cody Lugens.
I was going to say a bunch of really nice stuff about George, but he already left. Bad stuff about George. No, I'm just kidding. I was just going to say how great George is.
That's all.
Okay. All right, next item up is a public hearing on rezoning of 102 North Shore Drive, and our town planner, Jeremy Smith, will present.
You open the public hearing before or after?
After.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor, members of the council. This is a request to rezone 102 North Shore Drive. This is the town's welcome center. This request was submitted by Kyle Brewer, town manager, on the behalf of the town. Again, the request is to rezone I want the vicinity map, please slide. Next slide, please. Again, the property's at 102 North Shore. This is the Welcome Center. The current property is zoned G1, Governmental District. The request is to rezone to C1, Central Business District. Notice the vicinity map on the screen before you. It is bordered to the north across North Shore Drive by North Shore Juice Bar, zoned C1. To the east by Daddy Mac's, zoned C1. To the west by Buddy's, zoned C1. And to the south by the Atlantic Ocean. The comp plan identifies the future land use of the property as Island Town Center, as it does for all properties in this area. The comp plan policies support a rezoning to C1 by several policies, but have identified 3 in your agenda. One of the policies, 5.1B, is that the request is consistent with the comprehensive land use plan. 5.1.L, I, it encourages commercial development. One difference, some of the major differences between C1 and G1 is the allowances for commercial uses such as restaurants, drinking establishments, retail, professional offices. In policy 5.1.K, located in the Island Town Center, makes the uniform zoning designation a positive and therefore supported by the comprehensive land use plan. The planning board heard this request at their June 12th, 2025 meeting, and they, along with staff, are recommending approval of this request. I'll be happy to answer any questions that the board has.
Thank you. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to open public hearing.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries to open the public hearing. At this time, if you would like to make a comment concerning the rezoning of 102 North Shore Drive, please come up and speak. If you would state your name and address, please.
Peggy Arsenault, 288 Atkinson Point Road in Surf City. I don't have a problem with it changing the usage of it. I do have a problem if the town is going to sell it, or if they're going to do something else with it. I think it needs to be a business that's going to thrive, but it needs to be leased, not sold to somebody. That's prime land. The town needs to hold on to that. The other concern is it's parking there. If they get the parking lot with it, then that's going to present a problem for people in town because that's one of the bigger places to park with the beach access close by. That's my 2 cents. Thank you.
The town has no intentions at this time of selling the property. We do have intentions of leasing the property, and the majority of the parking in that area will remain public parking, paid parking, public paid parking. Would anyone else like to come up and speak? This is your chance to come up and speak concerning the rezoning of 102 North Shore Drive. If you would like to make any comment concerning the rezoning of 102 North Shore Drive? Hearing none, do I have a motion to close the public comment?
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries to close public comment. It is requested that the town council consider approval of the rezoning as presented. Do I have a motion to present a motion as presented?
I'll make a motion to do that.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries to rezoning of 102 North Shore Drive. There is no old business. There is no new business. We do have a manager's report. Cal Brewer.
Yes, Madam Mayor and Council and public, thanks for hanging in there today. Usually everybody leaves, but the manager's report is fairly short, even though there is a lot going on. We wanted to give you a couple quick updates on the multi-use path project. We have published a request for qualifications for survey design and oversight services for the multi-use path segment, or segment 5 along J.H. Batts Road. That is posted on the website right now. Staff working with Trans Systems, who's our consultant or engineering team, working on segment 1, which goes from Magnolia Reserve to Deer Run Fire Station, Station 25. We're able to provide elevation points for subsurface utilities within that segment. That is a key step in working towards the 75% plan submittal, so we are advancing both of those segments. Just want to give you a quick update on that. Today, July 1, marks the first day of the new fiscal year for local governments. Last week, the town's contracted auditor was at Town Hall beginning the process of auditing the town's financials from the prior fiscal year. Just want to give a quick shout out to finance staff, as they always do a great job at preparing all the necessary paperwork in which these auditors are seeking. And, you know, it is just Surf City, but there's a ton of stuff going on, you know, and the audit process becomes more and more complex every year just because of all the projects, all the grant money that comes in. As I'm regularly reminded, grant money is not free. There's a lot of other tasks that are associated with it, but Melissa, our finance director, and her staff do a fantastic job with that. I've got a slew of personnel updates. First one I wanted to announce is that David Price, who's a long-term employee within the town, has been promoted to the assistant town manager, and will also continue to fulfill the role of utilities director. This position will have oversight of utilities, community development, and facilities and grounds. Amy Hubbard has been reclassified. We had a new employee start yesterday in the special events program supervisor position. Her name is Bella Larson. We're currently advertising for the coordinator position, as Taylor Mager will be leaving Surf City. We are actively in the hiring process to replace the retiring Sheila Tosto in community development. Sheila, long local government career, and has served Surf City and a couple other island towns. Has decided to hang it up from local government, so we wish her well in her retirement. Allie Hupp, who was an employee and left for a while her husband was deployed, they're back now in the area, and she has been selected to take the role of the utilities finance supervisor position, and they'll be in the process of recruiting another utility finance specialist to round out that fantastic upfront staff here at Town Hall. We have a few officers that just graduated from BLET. They'll be sworn in very soon. The fire department is going to be doing some hiring, so sounds to me we're going to have an employee event so we can get to know everybody coming in. But a lot of new faces around town, and a lot of transition, and a lot of retirements that are certainly well deserved. Last week, town staff conducted a functional exercise focusing on various scenarios to challenge the operational functions of the Emergency Operations Center. The town has an identified 3-level incident management team, and overall those exercises went well, furthering the town's preparedness, especially as we move into the season. And then lastly, I just wanted to recognize 3rd of July coming up on Thursday, and all the work that town staff puts in for this event every year. We look forward to great weather and another large turnout. And then as a quick reminder, town offices will be closed on July 4th, but will reopen on Monday, July 7th. So with that, Madam Mayor, it's my report. If there's any questions, be happy to try to answer those.
Trudy, you want to go?
Oh, yes, I can say something. I'm just always happy to be here and be connected and be informed. I encourage all of our residents to do the same. I know some people feel like they find out about things later, but everything's posted on the website. I used to say some of the same things myself. I can't find it, but it's there. And I do appreciate that learning curve, and so I want us to all be a part of that. Some of the things we celebrated today or recognized today are worth celebration, I guess is what I'm trying to say. The Eagle Scout Awards, both of those projects are very meaningful, and I just appreciate the focus on safety, and they mean a lot to me. I know we had an opportunity to adopt some of the post places, and some residents took advantage of that, and I'm just really happy that even that started with a conversation back in the day with George, and I'm just, what a great person to honor today. All of those things were just, we need to highlight a lot of that, and I'm just thankful that all that came about on the same day. So thankful for these guys who took the initiative and put the hard work and all the communication and connections you had to make to do that. So thank you, because that's a great example to set for a lot of the kids here. We have these little kids who come up and say the Pledge of Allegiance and do cute things, but you guys really stepped up, and I know you're going to do great things. I'm really proud of you. I was excited to honor George, and he's an asset to us in so many ways, and so that was well deserved. And of course, I was excited to also recognize some of our firefighters. My son is actually with Surf City Fire Department, and so some of those guys I'm too old to be some of their moms. I'm old enough to be a lot of their moms. I'm not old enough to be all their moms, but I feel like they're my kids. Whatever. Anyway, I just really love those guys and girls. I love that it's mixed too. And I appreciate the update and finding out how that event turned out. I knew about that particular event, and we like the personal touch, and we like the relationships. We like to hear the follow-up and the stories and how we helped someone else. And so all these situations are just being good neighbors, and that's what I think Surf City does really well. So thank you for everybody being a part of that. And even one last thing, two more things. Even our little home of the month, not little, I don't know how big your house is, but on the 900 block, this morning we had a turtle nest at 908 South Shore, so you're at 922, I think. So just a few houses down, we had a turtle nest, and we have, I don't know why, but we had the most turtle nests laid the week of July 4th, but we also have a ton of false crawls. So false crawls when a mom comes on the beach and she turns around and she leaves because she's like, this is not a good spot. So I'm in charge of that area right there. And so I was on the beach this morning taking care of the nest at 908 South Shore. And then I had 2 false crawls yesterday and a false crawl today also. And so that's the turtles who came up and got spooked or something like that. There are a lot of people here, this week. And I'm talking to the wrong people. I'm talking to the people who know to keep your lights out and all that good stuff, and I appreciate y'all. But I did talk to a number of people on the beach who are like, oh, we didn't know we should turn our lights out. So anyway, it takes all of us to educate the folks on that. And that's probably why those mamas left, or a dog or something like that. And so we want those mamas to feel comfortable to come and nest. And so that was a good moment this morning. That was nest number 49 on Topsail Island, if anybody doesn't know that. We're up to 49. It's a little lower than some years, but that's typical. But I am thankful for all of you. I'm thankful for these residents. I'm thankful for this opportunity to exchange information. Thank you for everybody who comes forward and makes public comment. And we get to celebrate Thursday night at the park, and I hope you all be there. So thank you.
Jeremy?
Sure. I wanted to, we normally don't normally don't address something, but I wanted to, since Mr. Rice felt inclined to accuse me of something without all the facts, I wanted to address those accusations. I think it's the right thing to do if you publicly want to. So I observed some illegal business being conducted at the park after several phone calls. I don't know if you know this, but many people call the mayor, call myself and these council members with activities that are going on in our city all the time. So I immediately called our code enforcement officer, Mr. Olds. I said, I'd like you to come down to the park. I'm going to go over there. And I went to the boat ramp to see if it was really worth him even coming down. And a couple minutes later, Mr. Olds showed up. And at no time was I ever inappropriate with him. I stood back while he was putting his boats in the water, his jet skis in the water. You don't want to interfere with that ever. I thought that's a professional thing to do. He had an employee, I think that was his cousin, came up, and I said, I just wanted to find out, there's a new ordinance that had been passed. And, my job is to protect our businesses in this town. And I'm never going to make an excuse for that. And the citizens and the people that own business in this town, that have brick and mortar business in this town and conduct business in this town, should be protected. And if people want to do business in our town and they follow our rules and laws, that's what their job is. So I'll never make an excuse for this, but I just want to make sure that you were aware of some of those facts, because they were a little distorted, which is fine. But if you don't get both sides of the story, you always get one side of the story. So that's one of the most important things. Other than that, I feel honored to be a part of this council. I work 8,760 hours a year for you, along with the rest of this council. We're on call 7/24, and we take calls 7 and 24. And I would never trade what we do for anything. And I'm proud to be a part of this community, proud that I serve you. And once again, if you ever hear something from any of us, it's your responsibility to get both sides of the story and ask those questions to make sure you understand it completely. So thank you for your time.
John?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you for coming. And I know this is putting the cart before the horse, but I'd just say happy birthday, 249 years this country. And she still looks pretty good for 249. Anyway, Alicia?
It's a week to celebrate, so it's nice that we were able to celebrate so many awesome things in Surf City today. And just remember that there's a reason why we all live here, and taking care of each other and being courteous and knowing that we're going into probably the busiest weekend of the year in Surf City. Just be kind to one another. That's it.
Let's get Brett.
Nothing to report.
Nothing from Brett, okay. Well, I'll be short, and I just want to say thank you all for coming out tonight. Summer, we all...
Can I have a moment to address the council?
I'm sorry. Sorry, you can't. No.
Hearing time.
Sorry.
A second too late for my day.
Sorry.
Sure, I
No.
can get my 3 minutes.
I'm sorry.
I just thought like the First Amendment was a thing and everything like that. I thought I had a moment to address my officials in my town.
I'll let Brett.
I just stepped in a minute too late.
Sir, the mayor's already told you. You can talk to us after the meeting, okay?
After the meeting?
Yes, sir.
But I'd like to address the entire community, if that's okay with everybody on the council.
Sir, we have rules, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So summer in Surf City is one of the special times of the year. Don't leave, Ginger. Don't leave.
A couple more minutes, just a few more minutes.
It's one of the most special times of the year, and everyone is here making memories at our beaches and our parks, and we have, just one special family, one special kid that no one knows that's coming to Surf City this week, and his name is Gabriel Watson, and he is a Make-A-Wish child that is coming. His wish was to come to our beach. And Liz with Ward Real Estate, she is making a lot of things happen for this child. And the town of Surf City will be there to brighten up his day and his week any way that we can. So I wanted to mention that it's not just the residents that live here. It's just one special kid that none of us know, that this is where his Make-A-Wish ends right here in Surf City. So, but with the sunshine and activity comes shared responsibility, from staying safe to staying informed and staying prepared. So as a resident, as a visitor, I want you to stay safe. I want you to stay kind. And I want you to really try really hard to be patient. As we get through this weekend, we will not be handing out any Carnival rides tickets tonight. And with that, I will say while you're here, maybe you should go see Ginger this weekend if you're around town at the Business of the Month. And if you're, I'm sure you'll have lots of music, even on some of the canal streets. There's going to be a lot of music. So let's all have a good time and enjoy the fireworks. So with that, can I have a motion to go into closed session?
I'll make a motion to go into closed session.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. We are now in closed session. Can I have a motion to come out of closed session?
I'll make a motion to come out of closed session.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We are out of closed session. Action was taken, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Brett to help us with delivering the motion.
Yeah, so, Madam Mayor, I'm seeking a motion to initiate legal proceedings against the owner of Lot 95 and 96 on Plat Book 9, page 53. This is currently owned by Matthew L. Boney. It's off of Highway 50. The town has received indications from the owner that they are going to proceed with a illegal land use. And what I'm seeking today is to initiate legal proceedings to enforce the town's ordinances and to ensure that the land use is not illegally used, that they stay in compliance with the land use laws in the town.
Do I have a motion to do so?
I will make a motion to do so.
I second.
A motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries. There's nothing forward else that we should discuss. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. We are adjourned.